The Lipno Lesson. At Aslan Language School, the air was thick with the scent of old books and fresh coffee. Amara and Soren sat at their wooden desks, knowing that mastering English required a serious commitment. Today, their teacher, Thalia, was explaining tricky word pairs. A cooper makes barrels, she explained, but copper is a reddish-brown metal. Amara held a small copper coin, turning it over in her hand, wondering if a cooper ever used copper tools. Thalia moved to the whiteboard to discuss levels of formality. You have to be careful with your tone, she said. In a formal meeting, you have to arrive on time. With friends, you've got to hurry up. She then wrote a sentence and asked Amara to transform it. It seems that the trip will be fun, Thalia prompted. Amara smiled and replied, The trip seems to be fun. Thalia nodded, pleased with the transformation. During the break, Soren and Amara practiced their social responses. I really want to improve my speaking skills, Soren admitted. So do I, Amara agreed immediately. They discussed their preparation for the upcoming school trip. I have a few ideas for our free time, Soren said, but I have few resources to help me decide. He showed her a thin guidebook, hoping it would be enough to lead them to the best spots. The class began planning their excursion to Lipno, a beautiful lake area. We should visit the treetop walk, Amara suggested, her eyes sparkling. I've heard it's a hidden gem of the region. She explained that they needed to find a place that wasn't too crowded but offered a spectacular view. They didn't want a typical tourist trap. They wanted something special that felt like a secret discovery. Later, Soren struggled with two similar-sounding words. Does the bird flatter its wings? He asked. Thalia laughed gently. No, Soren. A bird's wings flutter. To flatter someone is to give them a compliment. She then warned them about using horrific versus horrible. A horrific accident is a tragedy, but a horrible cup of coffee is just very unpleasant. Don't mix them up when you talk about your breakfast. Finally, the day of the trip arrived. As they climbed the spiral ramp of the Lipno treetop walk, the wind whistled through the pines. Look how high we are, Soren exclaimed. I don't want to boast, but I think I'm the fastest climber in the class. Amara rolled her eyes playfully. Don't be so boastful, Soren. We still have many stairs to go before we reach the very top. After the long walk, they grew thirsty. They were determined to find a specific brewery they had read about. Amara approached a local man named Jarek. Excuse me, she said politely, remembering her lessons. We are looking for a brewery with acceptable prices. We want to avoid the main square because the service there can be quite rude and the beer is often flat. They followed Jarek's directions and found the brewery tucked away behind an old stone wall. I have a little money left for a snack, Soren remarked, checking his wallet. I don't like bad draft beer, he added. Amara sighed in relief as she took a seat. Neither do I, she replied. It's a relief to find a place that cares about quality over quantity. As they enjoyed their drinks, they practiced their tenses. I visited a brewery in Prague last year, Soren said, using the past simple for a finished action. Amara nodded. I have visited 3 different breweries this month, she countered, using the present perfect for her ongoing experiences. They realized how much their English had improved since the start of the term at Aslan. Back at school the next Monday, Thalia asked about the trip. It was wonderful, Soren reported. We found the hidden gem and survived the treetop walk. Thalia smiled, seeing their confidence. You see, she said, when you make the commitment to learn, even the most horrific grammar becomes manageable. Soren laughed. I have learned a lot, and I've got to say, it was the best trip ever.